That down. Let's move on to this. July is going to be a massive, massive month. We got 3 huge blockbusters, as well as some other films opening up. But we've got Jurassic World, we got Superman, and don't forget about Fantastic Four. Now, Fantastic Four made the news a couple of weeks ago because when its tickets went on sale at the time, Fandango reported that the first day ticket sales for Fantastic Four broke the record for the year so far and was the #1 advance ticket sales for the year. In a year that we've had Lilo and Stitch and the Minecraft movie, films flirting with the $1 billion mark, and Fantastic Four sold the most tickets, but we didn't have the box office projections for it yet. And now we do. According to reports coming out right now, Fantastic Four's opening weekend box office projection is somewhere between 125 million on the low end and 155 million on the high end. Now, to put that into perspective, when we look back at the other Fantastic Four films, Fantastic Four, the original in 2005, and we're not counting the Corman one, but opening up in 2005, it opened to $56 million, ended up making 333 worldwide. Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, in 2007, it made $58 million opening weekend, $301 million total worldwide. The Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller Fantastic Four in 2015 opened to just $25 million, ended up making a paltry $168 million worldwide. And they are projecting that Fantastic Four First Steps could be triple what the previous, close to triple what the previous opening. The biggest opening was 58 million. They say this could be as high as 155. I think there was a lot of people that may have underestimated how much of a difference Marvel now doing a Fantastic Four movie would have. I mean, again, I think if it wasn't for the long and poor track record, we could be talking about 180 to 190 to $200 million opening. But the reality is, in just the last couple of years, man, go like just from this chart, we've had bad Fantastic Four film after bad Fantastic Four film after bad Fantastic Four film. So I think that's holding it back a bit. But Rob, even given all that these are all new characters, the fact that it's had horrible, we've had all, this is the 3rd reincarnation of it already in just a few years.
Yeah.
I'm looking at 125 to 155 million. I'm thinking that's incredible. Like I'm thinking that would be for them fantastic. What do you think about the projections? Do you think it'll come in lower? Do you think it'll come in higher? What do you think?
Well, I think there's a lot of excitement around this movie. I think people are pulling for this movie. I mean, I think people, like, I know that I want it to be good, to see a proper Galactus. And I think that there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this movie that we haven't seen yet. Because there's been very little, if you look at what they've shown us, you know, like in these big event films, especially movies that have a lot of scrutiny on them, we're only seeing, they pick like, here's 3 scenes and we're going to make all of our trailers from these 3 scenes and maybe throw in a handful of shots from other scenes. And I think they've done that with this. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises in this movie that we have no idea are coming. I kind of felt that way about the Thunderbolts too. When I watched Thunderbolts, the act of watching the movie, I liked the fact that I really didn't know what was coming. I didn't even know what the overall tone of the movie was going to be. It was all different than the marketing. And I'm sorry the movie hasn't done better because I thoroughly enjoyed watching Thunderbolts. I think the Fantastic Four is going to be the same thing. I think it's going to really deliver. And in that sense, I think people are going to be surprised by it, hopefully delighted by it, and they're going to go spend their money. So I love these projections. To me, they seem optimistic, but they know from pre-sales where they're at. But I'm really hoping that this movie will surprise people and be great. I feel the same way about it that I feel about Superman. You know, I want Superman to be a huge hit. The more I see of it, the more it seems like it appeals to me. You know, John, I'll admit to you, I watched Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, the ultimate version, and half of Justice League yesterday. I just, you know what? I was sitting there. I did a show. I went, it was hot. And I just sat in the big chair in the movie room and the dogs curled up next to me. And I'm like, people have been talking a lot of Snyder lately. I'm going to just watch this. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I kind of did the same thing, except I watched A New Hope. I watched Star Wars last night. But speaking of Superman, I wanted to bring up that could be a wild card here because these projections of 125 to 155. I want to throw this out there. And we kind of mentioned this before. If Superman is great, or remember, it comes out about 2 weeks before Fantastic Four. If Superman is great, and I know that's a big if, but if it is, and you got all these people going to see it, a lot of them just average film goers, and they go into Superman, and if it's wonderful, those people are more likely to go, that was a really good time. When's the next comic book movie? 2 weeks, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So I would say if Superman ends up being a total dud and people have a bad time, you could see this opening weekend number drop a bit. But if Superman is fantastic, no pun intended, and people have a ball and they have a great time, I think you could even see this number go a little bit north of 155. I don't know. What's your take on that?
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, we saw that with what happened in theaters. I mean, Warner Brothers certainly, they had 3 very different movies getting released when everybody went and saw them. When people are having a good time at the movies, they want to go back. They want to recreate that experience. And I think having Superman and Fantastic Four, I mean, there's enough room. There's 2 weeks. If Superman's as big as we think it's going to be playing deep into August, maybe into September, and I think it can only benefit Fantastic Four. And if people like Fantastic Four, they'll go back to see Superman, you know, or let's do a double feature.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to do that if both are good. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Stitch Fix. Guys, you know I love movies, but you also know I have absolutely no fashion sense, and I absolutely hate shopping for my clothes. But thankfully, I have found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. With Stitch Fix, I get a stylist who understands my style, size, and budget, and they do all the shopping for me. Because look, shopping and figuring out style can be overwhelming, especially for somebody like me. When it comes to getting dressed, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. That's why I love having a Stitch Fix stylist. They really know what works for me. I get pieces that make me look great, and it's a real confidence boost. You just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. You get to order boxes when you want and how you want, no subscription required. They send you personalized pieces, and the fit is always on point. No stores, no crowds, no stress. Just personalized looks that you will love. So guys, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Campea. That's stitchfix.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The projection numbers are out. Low end for the opening weekend of Fantastic Four, 125 million. High end, 155 million. Both the low and the high obliterate the previous numbers from the old Fantastic Four. Do you think it'll come in lower? Do you think it'll come in higher? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.